Okay, so the other day I bought this this old 2001 1-ton with a 8-foot boss plow, or 7.5 boss plow with wings on it, and bottom supports of the bed were rotten. I don't know if he had a salter in there or something, but these three were rotten right out of it, and those two are rusty pretty good, but they're not absolutely horrible. So I welded some new cross beams in here and had new tires put on it, and when the tires were off I noticed I got a busted leaf spring. See that one? Second last one. So I just happen to have another set of 1-ton leaf springs for this truck, and I was going to put them in my 99 3/4 ton just for some added, you know, strength in the back and little ride height difference or whatever, but we couldn't get these bolts off the shackle on the 99. So I've been messing around with these ones just since the bed's off. I can get to it with some heat. I don't have oxyacetylene or anything. I just got MAP gas, but it seems to be working pretty good. So what I do is take some penetrating oil. Penetrating oil is flammable, but on a hot surface it just smokes. Near flame it'll combust, but at least this stuff does. I don't know about any other stuff, but what I did was I heated up this bolt here, and when you heat it up and get it hot enough and spray the penetrating oil right in the edge there, it draws itself in almost like solder does. So then I did that on that back bolt. You can't quite see it. If I was underneath you could see it. So I just heated it up and sprayed some penetrating oil on it, and we're going to see if this thing comes loose now. Well, that's not good. Yeah, don't drop that. That's bad. Alright, I'm going to try it one more time. Alright, smoking a little bit because I had some penetrating oil in there before, but you can see I just got it on the nut back there. In a second here, I will spray some penetrating oil in there. See if we can't get this bolt to back out. Ugh, God, that stinks. Alright. That should be good enough. Let me try to spray some in here. See if I can do this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I have no idea what we're looking at, but let's see. Just like that. Works really good. If you don't have oxyacetylene, pick up yourself some MAP gas and a little penetrating oil. You're gonna have to be the judge of hang on a second. You're gonna have to be the judge of what's flammable and what's not by testing a piece. So if you got like a bolt or something in a vise, heat it up as hot as you can with MAP gas, and then spray it down with your penetrating oil of choice and see what happens. If it catches on fire, probably don't use that stuff. But like I said, this stuff doesn't. Just smokes like crazy for a couple seconds, but draws it in to the threads, and the bolts come off really good and easy. So I'm going to go get those other leaf springs and loosen these up, jack the truck up, and we'll put one in, so stand by. Alright, here's the front of the passenger side leaf spring. I'm going to do this one. As you can see, it's dry as a bone. I haven't touched these ones yet. So, first thing I did is just put some air on this. Oh, that's wrong size. Okay, so before any penetrating oil goes on, I just put the impact on here, and I'm just gonna hit it a few times to just try to break the bond of rust between that flange and the shackle, and then that way it'll draw on the oil. So see, I can just get it to move just slightly. That's what I'm looking for. So now I'm going to hit it with some heat, and then we're going to hit it with the blaster. So I want to heat everything around the bolt, the outside flange. Maybe the heat will make it grow just a little bit. Hope I don't run out of battery. I'm pretty low, so try to do this quick as I can. Yeah, boring. Hang on, I'll just heat it for now. Alright, so I've had the heat on here for about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. So now what I'll do is I'll just hit it with the penetrating oil, and it'll get suckered in that hole there. And you can just go. And just spray it along the flange of that bolt, and you can see it just gets sucked right in behind it. So okay, so we're nice and lubed here. I'll hit it again with some air, see if maybe that was enough. I'm sure I'm going to have to hit that, but let's just check this real quick. Yeah, it moved a little bit, but not much more than I had it before. So now what we're going to do is we're going to heat this one up. And I won't bore you. I'm going to heat this for about I don't know, two minutes or so, and then I'll hit it with some penetrating oil. Alright, so it's been a couple minutes here. By no way am I getting this bolt red hot with the MAP gas. What you're seeing this red is just a flecks of rust on it. So, you know, with this much steel, you're never going to be able to get it red hot with this MAP gas. So, you just wanna heat it up enough to open some pores and be able to get that blaster down in the, you know, along the thread. So hopefully heat it up enough and just spray it down. And it draws into the crack, or into the threads. Alright, so if that worked, this should come off. I have this on loop. No. Just like that. I would never believe this would work until I tried it. It just works amazing on stuck bolts. So after this, I'm just going to take out these four here, jack up the truck, and drop this leaf out, and then I'll show the install. Alright, I didn't use any heat with these ones because I was planning on reusing these ones. If anybody knows why I shouldn't, if they get weak or not, I'm not quite sure, but truck isn't going to be driven for at least another month, so I got time. So if anybody knows of if I can reuse these U-bolts or not, just let me know. I'll ask the parts guy when I go get shocks for this thing, but I don't know. If he doesn't let me know, somebody else can. But anyways, a little bit of penetrating oil and a persuader will get this off. My air gun didn't quite have enough guts to take them off, and I don't think it's because they were frozen on there with rust. I think it's because they were torqued down so tight that the gun wouldn't do it. So I got them cracked loose with these ones pretty easy now, and I'll just take them off with the gun. Got my shaky looking jack under there holding the truck up, just taking the weight off the spring to take it out. Don't worry, I'm not going underneath the truck, so I'm not really in any danger of it falling on my head or anything. So anyways, I'm gonna take these nuts off and drop the U-bolts, and I got my new springs here. These ones are gonna go on. They're factory 1 ton Ford springs. They look like they're in pretty good shape. I'm just gonna go get new shackle bolts because I don't want to reuse these ones that I heated up, and we'll put them back together in a minute. Alright, I lied. I didn't get any new bolts. When I took these ones out, they still had never sees on them from apparently from the last time these were done. But so I just reused them again. I don't know if that's dangerous or not. I mean, I know that's dangerous. That can't be good right there. No big deal. I'm done with it. Yeah, I don't know how bad that is reusing them. But anyways, I just lubed them up real good with anti-seize and jammed the back of the hull and used the same nuts and everything tightened up well. I tighten these down as tight as I can with an air wrench, and then I put the breaker bar on them and really cranked them down. I don't know what torque specs are on them, but like I said, the truck isn't going anywhere for at least a month. And Jesus, and when it does, before it does, I'll make sure that I don't need or make sure I can use these U-bolts. If not, I'll put new ones on here and spin those out real quick and put new ones in if I have to. If not, screw it, leave it the way it is. So now I'm going to go get some shocks. The shocks that were in here, the bushing down here was completely shredded, so the shock was just bounced around. Heated them up just the same way I did the springs, and the bolts popped right out, and a little persuasion, I knocked the shock off these. So I'm going to clean these up a little bit with a wire wheel or something, clean them up, get some lube on them, and get some new hardware, and go get some shocks and put them in here. Then the next project is to flip this thing back over, put some more paint on it first, flip it over, weld these down where they need to go, find the one that's over there. This bed's shot. It's pretty crappy on the outside. It's dented up, dinged up, scratched up and everything, but this truck is just basically my third plow truck just to get us through the season. And you know, if I want to fix the bed, I will, or buy a new one. I was looking on eBay and they're like $2,900 for a bed, so it's stupid. But I can't be driving this thing around with no bed on it. I don't feel like building a flatbed for it, taking all that time and energy for, you know, backup plow truck. So I'm just gonna fix these things. It used to be a fifth wheel hauler. I'm gonna fix these and flip it over, bolt it back on. Got my new bed bolts off of eBay. A little expensive, $100, but I figured comes with a Torx head. So, but anyways, got all that stuff. So hopefully today I'll get this cleaned up, flip it back over, and throw it on with the Bobcat, bolt her down, and call it a day. If not, oh, look at the blocks. Yeah, I should go underneath there and hang out. Now, anyways, I'm done. So I'm gonna drop this back down and go get some shocks. I'll show you the shocks I put on. So okay, so I'm back. Put both springs on here and use the old hardware as I showed you. Next, I cleaned off these bolts that hold the shocks on, and just got them real good with never sees. And then I got some new bolts to put into those down there, and these are the shocks I got. Just Monroe, middle of the road, no big deal. $35 a shock or something. So it's pretty straightforward. Just put the bottom in first, put the bolt on, and then compress this with your hand. It's nice and easy. You can do it with one hand. Just bring it down, and then just get it up to the other one, slide it on, and you're good to go. So I'll just show you what it looks like when they're on, and then maybe we'll have time to put the bed on. Okay, done. Just everything with never sees. You know, in case you got to do this again, everything comes off easy. Little trick I had with the PB Blaster was awesome. Just learned that one today, so you're welcome. And that concludes this fun project. So comment and subscribe. Thanks.